Hello, hello, my friends. We had to start a little bit later before I could fix where people were, so I just had to quickly swap McKenna and Aaron, and I've done that now, so that's done. And welcome to tonight's episode of the Strength of Thousands Adventure Path here on twitch.tv/table top rolls. I hope everyone is doing fantastically tonight. I'm doing wonderfully, fantastically, amazingly, beautifully, supercalifragilistically, espialidocious. S. Yes, that works. And I hope you're all doing the same. Before we get started, a few announcements, mainly being our programming notes here on the channel. We have many shows here on this channel. Like tomorrow night, we have me playing Cozy Fun Games, where I'm going to be continuing playing a very attractive version of Alessandra in my time at Sandlot. Then on Wednesday, you can see me playing. You can see us playing the League of Amazing Adventurers. It's a Pathfinder 2e pulp adventure homebrew game. If you like sapphic romance, if you like rats in suit jackets, if you like beefy barbarians with crystals growing out of her back, if you like alchemists who are paragons of how amazing the alchemist class can be, and if you like entire sessions devoted to the magnificent mansion descriptions of one character, then you will like that show a lot.
It was a resplendent mansion.
Then on Thursday we are
legally
off.
distinct.
Then on Friday we have The Calling Chronicle. That one's the D&D 5e show. You can come watch that. They're about to start a race between several different islands that are sky islands and floating islands. And it's going to be a good time. There's going to be singing sky pirates. It's going to be a wild ride. Then, of course, on Saturday, we have Salt and Sorcery. That's where me and Matt are playing games together. Hopefully. Then on Sunday,
Who knows
it's
what the
Father's
future
Day.
may bring.
It's Father's Day on Sunday. I'm playing Stardew Valley.
There are some good daddies in that game.
There are, but I've already romanced all of them in my off time. We're finishing off, I'm romancing the final character I haven't romanced. The one that I saved for last because, quite honestly, she's very difficult to deal with, and that's Leah. She likes to stay in her house, and she just never leaves her house. You can never give her gifts or talk to her, except for at very specific times. It's very difficult.
So what you're saying is it's the Dark Souls of relationships.
Yes. Then on Monday, of course, we have the Strength of Thousands AP with all of us. And speaking of all of us, I'll throw it over to Matt, who runs tonight's game, to do cast introductions with one caveat. Everyone, Zoe Pose on Twitter. Go follow on Instagram. Go follow. Next week, vote in the poll. Choose Mushroom Core if it's an option. Mushroom Core must win. We were robbed.
I'm kind of curious what, like, if cottage core would be an option, would you be a cottage, or would be someone who goes to a cottage?
I feel like cottage core and fairy core are very similar to one another.
Just more sparkles.
Slightly different.
Yeah.
But yes, as Will intimated, I am Matthew, or Urban Off at various places on the internet. I am the No. I am here as the DM. I contain multitudes, apparently. And I'm joined this evening by our wonderful cast of adventurous academics, starting with McKenna. Why don't you introduce yourself and your character?
Hello, my name is McKenna Ray Tynan, and I am playing Avi Avi, the Nyctera Witch. If you want to see me slander the witch class, go check out my TikTok. There's a link posted in chat right now. And that's also where you can find me. That's where I'm most active. But you can also catch me under the same handle on Twitter and Instagram.
Yes.
And speaking of slandering classes on occasion, Will, who are you playing this evening?
Tonight I am playing Igora, and I don't slander classes.
Not on stream.
Not on stream. I'm private about my slander. In all seriousness, I'm playing Igara, a Gripply summoner. Their frog companion, Gamma. I forgot Gamma's name for a moment there. And their terror bird companion, Choco. Insert a large, darkly feathered chocobo joke.
Kind of really sidestepped around that, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
But speaking of sidestepping, which is a form of performance, which is a form of art, Zoe, who are you playing tonight?
Hi everybody, I'm Zoe. I go by Zozy Pose on the internet, and I'm playing Ophelia. She's our Whisper Elf Bard. She wears a really pink hat. She wears a really pink outfit. She just generally wants to spread love and positivity and, yeah, ruin some people's days with a nice sonic boom every once in a while.
Every time you say that, I get the old song from Sonic CD stuck in my head. The Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom. That one. Every time you say that, I get that stuck in my head for the rest of tonight.
But speaking of small rodents, there's one perched on our final player's shoulder this evening, or hanging from their hat. Aaron, who are you playing tonight?
Hello, I'm Erin. I'm playing Aerith, the wonderful cat person. And just like Aerith, I actually came from a cat nap. So I'm currently still trying to wake up. But I'm here. As my voice is dying. I also, well, right now I have like the tiniest bit of a headache, but I think I'll be okay.
Hydrate, don't dehydrate.
I'm hydrating with my fictional water that I will grab very soon.
You get a hero point for drinking water on stream.
It just runs to wait, hold on. I can do this.
That's the one viral TikTok that I've made that I'm so proud of.
Yeah, but then you don't stick to it.
You never drink water.
My water.
I did, and I said I have water this time, and he was like, "Oh, that was only for last stream." So only sometimes.
But anyway,
has water in it. In case anybody was curious.
But anyway, and that is the introduction of all our players. So without further ado, Will, why don't you roll that there intro and we can get started.
I will roll the intro, but I forgot something as well. Keep an eye out on the 5e campaign. For the space campaign, we're getting a new cast member, and that's now been confirmed. And we're back! Matthew, the floor is yours. And the ceiling, and the walls, and much of the descriptive properties, as you're the one running this game.
Good, because I'm hungry. But anyway, when last we had left our adventurers, they had attended an interesting evening where they were entered by one of their teachers into a storytelling competition. And through some amazing roles, I think it was it Zoe who came out on top?
So Zoe won first and I got third.
Yes.
Which was insane for an intelligence-based character with 0 charisma.
Yeah, you guys, especially for your first time at this event, you did very well. You also got to see some interesting performances from other people, and one person who just sort of wandered in, shell-shocked, and told a spooky story, and then just sort of left. It's kind of weird. And another rare sighting of the proprietor of the Black Hat. But then you guys were called upon for a possibly more challenging task. Turns out that a friend of one of the teachers of the school knows a goat herder outside the city who has been dealing with the unfortunate issue of a couple of kind of drakes. Hold on, wait a second. I'm just going to make sure I get this right.
Jumbo drakes? Drake?
Hold on. I thought they were like sea drakes or something. Hold on. Jungle drakes. Sorry.
Jungle
Okay,
drakes.
that makes a lot more sense. A mating pair, in fact. And the goat herder,
Oh, right.
being a lover of nature, very specifically does not want you to kill the drakes. They've given you the tools and a cart to possibly capture the drakes if necessary and simply move them away from the city and away from the goat herds because, the jungle has plenty of food for them. This is just a not great spot for the citizens and their work. So you guys were given the task, you were given the information. There was a couple things I think you guys maybe wanted to do ahead of time, just to potentially hedge your bets.
You could say those drakes really got their goat.
Not yet. Or, well, not that you've seen. But yeah, you guys had some things you wanted to take care of ahead of time before you launched into the actual mission.
So
Robin,
yeah,
and also I think I just wanted the night off to
prep other spells.
redo what I wanted.
Okay, you guys could maybe you could take the night and then start fresh the next day, and then you can still determine sort of like at what time of day you want to try doing this, because that actually will make a difference.
Yeah, like
Ooh,
what
okay.
I'm thinking is we put me in a meat suit. And then we just have them chase after me into the cage.
But then what are you gonna do once you're in the cage?
It's a collapsible cage, yeah, Will. It's not like a big
not...
cage where they can walk around in.
Oh, if it's
just
a
to be
collapsible
clear,
cage, then we'll put Gamma in the meat suit. And then I'll just poof Gamma out of existence.
Huh.
But aren't they intelligent creatures? Do you think they might maybe know the difference between Gamma in a meat suit and an actual goat?
I mean, yeah, but it's still a suit of meat. If they're hungry, they're going to go after the suit of meat.
You don't think they're gonna know it's a trap?
I don't think they're that hungry.
It should be noted, just as a reminder, Ibisu, the goat herd, is willing to offer you guys one of her goats. Or is it a she?
Yeah, I remember she
made
that offer.
Yeah. She has a lot of goats, and one more goat, if it will end the problem, is not an issue. So
Ophelia kind of like looks in the eyes of one of the goats and is like,
I crave the void.
there ain't no way. There ain't no way.
I also think that maybe the plan was to maybe lead them away from their eggs, and then we can put their eggs somewhere else and they would be likely to follow. And Ibisu had kind of a location picked out for that, if I remember correctly.
Mm. This is an egg-moving mission.
Yeah.
So, as pointed out too as well, the drakes are somewhat intelligent. They can they only speak Draconic, as far as you know. They're not exactly learned. They're probably pretty basic, but they can speak. You just need to speak their language.
I speak Draconic.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, me too, right?
All right. So, but putting the cart before the horse, you guys wanted to take a night's rest, get all properly sorted in terms of spell preparations and the like. Was there any other things, any equipment you wanted to gather in addition to what's being provided?
I want to go see if I can go find a Staff of Evocation.
Yeah, so you can probably do that on the way back to the college or back to the school. So you won't have to do that tomorrow. You can do it tonight. So yeah, give me a society or an Atombo lore check just to find maybe the best staff place.
Mancrick staffs.
Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh, 29. Not
Yeah.
bad.
All right.
Yeah.
You have heard about a place run by a gentleman by the name of Shalu. Apparently, he's quite the staff salesman. He's friends with a variety of different magic users around the city, and he buys, he trades, he refurbishes. He is more of kind of a artificer sort of in a way, but specific to magic items. Like doesn't make like clockwork stuff.
Avi, this shop is really well staffed.
But there's only one guy.
And that's a villain point for me. Do you want to hit up the shop?
Yes.
Just moving on from that.
So enjoy the villain point.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, you managed to find Shalu's shop pretty quick. He seems a very interesting individual. They have their hair in a number of like long braids, but they've colored them all differently. And the way they just sort of hang there, they almost sort of look like Limp's magic staffs hanging against their neck. That's how they've styled them. They've got like braids and stuff to make patterns in them and everything. He greets you with a big, warm smile. One of his teeth seems to be gold. He says, "Welcome to Shalu's Forest of Staffs. I am here to provide whatever you may need in the staff department."
Well, that sounds lovely. I love your hair.
Thank you. I grew it myself.
Oh, that's fabulous. I'm here looking for a staff of evocation.
Evocation, a fascinating school of magic. Yes, kind of wanders over to a seemingly random pile of staffs and just starts tossing some of them backwards, but they amazingly land in some sort of like holder things. It's like, I meant to be sorting these this morning, but I got distracted by a very colorful bird.
That is me-sized?
Oh yes. That would make a lot of sense. You don't want to be crushed by your own staff inadvertently being leaned up against the wrong wall. Oh wait, I think I prepared something very special for this. And he pulls out a nice dark wooden staff that seems to have kind of like inlaid, painted blue swirls in it. But you do notice there's a very visible kind of crease in the staff right in the middle. And he kind of looks at you, looks at the staff, and then breaks it over his knee, and it breaks cleanly in the crease. And now the one half is about your size.
Oh.
It was adjustable.
Oh.
Cute.
That is an excellent design strategy.
Neat. I'm very
All right.
inquisitive.
Okay. That's really cool, and I really, really want it.
Now,
how much...
what item level are you purchasing this at?
I think it's the lowest one. It's the one
That's
that is
6.
Yeah.
230 gold pieces.
Yes.
Because that's exactly what I had.
All right. So yes, this will cost you about 230 gold pieces. I assure you, it does seem steep, but this is quality work. The snapping notwithstanding, it was designed to do that. You know, like those crackers.
Go.
You can certainly attempt to haggle if you want. That would be a diplomacy check.
Ophelia, can you help?
My dear, multicolored, beautifully haired friend.
And I'm aware what the plural of staffs is. I'm specifically saying it incorrectly.
Steve. We have been looking for so long for just a staff, for the perfect little Avi over here. If you could just do us a solid, as we are Magombian students and we put our lives on the line every day for this community, just make a little discount, maybe like a little baby little discount, like a little
student discount.
I'm assuming you're using performance for diplomacy?
Oh yeah, of course.
19.
Tiny whiny. Or if there's anything we could do for you.
Hold on a sec.
Alrighty.
Have many uses, sir.
You know what? I'll tell you this. You seem like up-and-coming young students. And I can see it in your eyes. You have only begun to walk upon your paths to greatness. So I will tell you this. In the interest of building a good relationship with you, I will offer you this staff 10% off.
Hmm.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
So it will come to 207 gold pieces.
That is
Perfect.
lovely, and you will have much more business from us in the future, for sure.
But I must insist on one additional thing. And he kind of hunkers down, so he's kind of at eye level with you, Avi Avi. I would like to shake your hand.
I would love to shake your hand. Do a little shake.
The bargain is struck. He holds out the staff and kind of holds out the other hand.
I hand him 207 gold pieces.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Lovely.
Delightful.
And if you are not satisfied with the performance of the staff and you are alive to return, we can exchange it for a similar make, no charge.
Okay, sounds good.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take that.
Take this. Take this. I'll recommend.
And just as this concludes a rather large half-orc looking fellow walks in with a broken stick that little multicolored sparks are coming out of.
Oh.
I need a new staff. Oh dear. I will have to say good day to you at the moment. This looks like it will need a little personal touch. So come again, please.
Bye. He was really nice.
That was surprisingly nice.
He had 3 cups of coffee already.
All right, now I need to finish up rearranging my spells.
Pop.
I love that in chat, though. The best version of It's Dangerous to Go Alone, take this, is Gandalf saying, take this, and it's just Samwise. Take this gardener with his frying pan.
Yeah, they're plus.
Awesome.
All right. Does anyone else want to accomplish anything before you turn in for the night back at the college and get a good night's rest? Any more stories you want me to make up on the spot?
No.
Yeah, I thought that was last week.
I'm deciding whether or not I want to spend the money on something still. I've been deciding this for far too long, I might add.
Well, before you head back, if you need some time to think about it, you could stop somewhere in the city and get some street meat.
You could grab some street meat.
Yeah. I mean, that vendor right over there has what appears to be some lovely frog legs.
Oh.
Yum. Delicious. I'll go
Worry
for
about
some.
you sometimes, Igra.
It's
not really.
It's not.
It's not cannibalism.
It's not cannibalism. We're different species.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the technical level.
I mean,
You keep telling yourself that.
if Aaron ate a tiger's brain, would that be cannibalism? Or Aerith?
Oh.
Would it be cannibalism?
This conversation is taking a weird turn, and I blame myself.
You should.
Cannibals. Ooh. We go to sleep?
Yeah, we can.
Remember, children, everything in this house is edible. Even I'm edible, but that's called cannibalism, and that is frowned upon in most societies.
I'm just deciding.
Not Noel custom sometimes, though.
Oh, Nightbot. Sorry, y'all. I added Nightbot today. So their settings may not be perfect.
They're a little overzealous.
They're a little bit overzealous. I apologize for that.
Is Nightbot like showing up in the chat like every second?
No, they are just deleting comments that don't need to be deleted.
Ooh.
Too many caps.
All of your messages got deleted. Oh no.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Growing pains. Bear with us.
Anything that looks like spam.
I'm just going to disable the excess caps.
Remember, everything's edible once.
You should be set now. You should be okay. I've deleted excess caps. I've turned off excess emotes. We should be good now.
Sorry, Crystal Cap.
I apologize, Crystal Calf, but because of the influx of hate raids to streams that use the LGBTQA+ tag during this month, I added some extra.
Beefed up security.
I beefed up security on our stream so that our community can continue to be a safe and just generally nice place.
Speaking of a safe community, you guys awaken the next morning at the campus. Now, I should ask, is your plan to just head straight there and approach the Drake nest during the day? Do you want to wait till it is dark out? What's the plan?
Are they nocturnal? Would we know that?
Give me a nature check. Anyone who wishes.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not smart, but I can get lucky. Nope.
I'll do it too.
Aerith got us.
Aerith did a little reading before bed. And while drakes they're not nocturnal at all. And the reason they just would probably be much closer to the nest during the night because they probably need to keep the eggs warm.
Aha.
And they probably hunt during the day.
Day it is.
Okay,
Complete opposite of what I was thinking.
I prepared 3 castings of invisible spheres, so we should all be able to get in there and get some eggs real quick and get on out. Do we know where we're going? We know the location that
Yes.
Ibisu set us up with?
Yes, I am just going to... all right. I think I'll have to throw you guys on the map here.
Yes, if you can.
All right, so we'll start with Aerith.
Start with Aerith, then Avi, then Ophelia, then Igra.
Maybe I'll go ahead and
Gamma and Choco and all of the...
Oh, I didn't grab your name.
Oh, the plan
There we go.
is what exactly? Are we just going in invisible and taking the eggs and going?
I think the plan is to cause a distraction,
Yes.
either to lead them away with a goat or with other shenanigans that we may have while the B team goes in and cleans house with,
If
a
we
bag
want,
of holding and some spheres of invisibility. Spheres of invisibility are 10 feet, I believe, so I can have, theoretically, everyone except for Choco.
Yeah, so I was thinking what we could do is we could put Gamma on the back of Choco.
I was also thinking that I have ghost sound, and it's supposed to imitate. It's 30 feet, so I wonder if I can go ahead and imitate something so that way it can also distract the dragons.
You could use your ghost. So if Choco and Gamma go one way, we go the other way. You could do a ghost sound in a different way, sounding like us. So that if they don't take the bait with Gamma and Choco, they'll at least take the bait and not go towards us.
Right. Maybe we should do it one at a time so that way they're not like, what do we do? What do we do? Or, let's see which bait they fall for first.
Yeah.
Hopefully they all leave to chase after Gamma and Igora.
Right. Plan A, Plan B, and then Plan C.
Here's a question. Are you guys going to advance the Drake's Nest perches near the top of a waterfall rising 30 feet high. The waterfall and river are surrounded on all sides by lush vegetation. Are you guys going to attempt to approach the waterfall stealthily through the jungle? Or are you going to walk pretty openly? What is the plan?
I think the plan was for all of them to approach stealthily, whilst I approached, like Igora approaches things non-stealthily and draws their attention while they slip in.
I think you also have a goat with you, yes?
Yeah.
as like extra bait.
I can put a
Oh,
goat.
our screen is dark on Twitch.
I fixed it.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Don't let that goat die, please.
I will put the goat in a position where they have to eat Gamma first. Would you like me to value the goat's life over my own?
No.
The mission comes first.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
There is hesitation that goes over our group. Well,
Really like goats, okay?
That's
it's not
fair.
the worst thing.
It's not, and honestly, like I'm not really worth nearly as much as a goat, so I get it. And Igora just puts the goat towards the front of Choco, so it goes goat, Igora, Gamma.
Okay.
There we go. So now they got to eat me and Gamma to get to it.
Aerith pulls out a little, what's it called, like an abacus, does some math, and she's like, you know what? He's right. A goat is worth more than a regular human life, or a frog life. How interesting. And there you go.
Yeah, see?
Well,
There we go. See, I'm right. We're fine.
What? Igora, you're wrong.
taking
Okay.
into
You're
account
wrong.
all of the education.
Yes,
you
Ophelia, I
complete.
am raw. I am an uncooked frogman.
Oh,
She said
there's-
wrong.
There's no sense in this. Let's just. Okay, you two, come here. And I'm assuming we're going to do an invisibility spear right here, right now.
Do we see them anywhere?
As you guys get close, feel free to give me a perception check.
Ruh-roh, they may have already seen us.
Because one thing that I would like to do. Should I cast haste on Choco or on Igora?
Choco.
Choco?
Actually, technically Igora. Because I have to
Okay.
command Choco.
All right. Does anyone else want to give me a perception check?
Yes, please.
Sure, I will. And then once everyone's in position, basically, I'm assuming I'll get a message sent to me saying, hey, get the distraction going. I have a plan.
All right. So, Aerith, Igora, and Ophelia, you guys do see the two jungle drakes kind of circling the air above. You think they're already probably out looking for food. Now, I'd like everyone to give me a stealth check, especially as you have a terror bird moving through the jungle.
Oh, no, I'm going away from them.
Eey.
Yeah, but are they going to see you before you're in position?
You want to re-roll that?
My stealth isn't
Uh,
the greatest, but I
I-
will
well,
use my
You did
Water.
roll 2, so.
I will use my water hero point. Oy, oh my god. Bruh.
Okay,
Don't
so this is
forget
going to
the
go.
plan.
This is going to go very differently now.
Mine, at least.
God damn it.
Okay, so it's just because we're not going
We're
to get to
twinning.
do this. If you could imagine, if this was successful, the plan for Igoro was to hold the goat above, have Gamma hold the goat above Gamma's head, and then using blowhorn, I was going to start yelling, "Goat, you forget about me! Goat, 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 goat!"
What was even the point of preparing invisibility sphere if we had relied?
I mean,
There's
technically-
there was a problem with the invisibility sphere plan you hadn't thought of yet.
They see invisible creatures.
No, quite the opposite. How would they know where you took the eggs?
Well, because we would leave a note, maybe? Or maybe they'd just be able to find the eggs later.
They cannot read.
Certainly
Wait.
they'd go. Certainly.
No, wait.
Can I
certainly they would
write
find
can I
the
write
eggs
in
and
Draconic?
track them down. But
I mean, to be
I'm
fair,
not-
the three of them are an invisibility sphere, so they're invisible right now. The only one who should be seen is me.
No one said invisibility sphere had been cast yet. But don't worry, you guys. Don't worry.
Yes, Avi did. Avi,
Did she?
Yeah, McKenna literally said that they were casting invisibility spear before moving through the jungle.
Okay. But the critical failure on the stealth check means you guys moved some trees by accident.
yeah.
So, The drakes come down, and I'm gonna just switch to. Now, quick question: you guys did bring a goat, right?
Yes, it's on Choco's
Okay.
back.
Okay. Let me just see
I guess
where.
Igor would meet us at the egg place
Well,
after.
I was going to be away from you guys, moving separately.
All right, so
I would probably.
let me then be clear. So you guys are the only ones visible then.
Yes.
Like Igora, Choco,
the goat, and Igora, the goat, Choco, and Gama are the only things visible right now.
So, two jungle drakes swoop down. They don't appear to be aggressive necessarily, but they very much can see the goat that you're now carrying. Now that you're out in the open there. So yeah, drakes come down. Igora, what are you doing?
Hey, goat. Hey, guys. So question for you. You want this goat?
Get a message from Avi and says, Draconic! They only speak Draconic!
Yeah, I got Druidic, Ripley, Sylvan, and Common, y'all.
And
I just start kind of shaking I just start having Gama shake the goat above them. And basically
run, Igora!
Just trying to keep them here. And if
they don't seem necessarily aggressive, they're mostly focused on the goat.
It's
and they're also they're looking at you because you are a frog person, a gripply.
Yes.
So you're reptilian. So it's they're just kind of curious about you. They are slowly maybe moving forward because they do seem focused on the goat because that's what they've been eating a lot of recently. What does everyone want to do?
Can I translate for Igora using message?
Do you understand Draconic?
I sure do.
Okay. And you guys, I guess, are right there, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Just off to the side.
Yeah, to the side.
Now here's the question, though. How many casts of message do you have?
It's a cantrip.
It's a cantrip? Okay, so we can just sort of do a pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
You're literally the translator at the UN, and he's got the thing in his ear.
I guess maybe the only hitch might be is that Avi would also be telling him what to say in Draconic, and how well can Igora replicate that?
Believe it or not, that's actually only a -2 to my check.
Interesting.
All right, so basically what the drakes are sort of saying, they are not obviously the most articulate and nuanced of speakers. They mostly just goat. You give goat. You give goat. We will not hurt. Goat is sufficient.
Sufficient.
Hearing that, Igora would get Avi to basically translate something along the lines of, goats are dangerous food because the people who tend them want to keep their goats safe. More food in jungle, safer food.
The drakes kind of look at each other, and you do get despite the fact that there's almost no discernible difference between the male and the female drake, you get the concept of two parents out shopping or something, and they're like, "Oh, what's this? Something on sale?" And the one of them just kind of leans forward and says, "Danger? What danger? What you speak?"
People who keep goats. People like me keep goats as children. You eating our children.
Oh.
They are not your children. Have horns.
No.
Bah.
I'm amazed. You can understand the analogy, though, right? No, you can't. You're dragons.
This is kind of crazy, too, because Aviavi's listening to this, translating it, sending it back to Igora, and Igora is, doing a awful accented, Draconic or something. You're probably telling him what to say.
Yeah.
Radukanda. I'm trying to do an Irish, terrible Irish.
My mother was a saint. How dare you?
Yeah, Igor would basically be trying to basically keep the conversation going about all the dangers that goats pose, the creatures that tend to goats have weapons that they use to hunt the things that eat them and stuff like that, and just trying to keep them here talking to me while my friends do what they need to do.
Well, if you want, you could just try and convince them to leave.
Yes, that's exactly what I'd like to do.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay, well, that will take a diplomacy check.
Alrighty.
Now, I might impose a tiny bit of a penalty on you because you are having to translate through two people here.
Yeah, it's fine. Diplomacy.
Would it help if I rolled anything to aid?
Um.
Oh, well, the 22?
I'm actually going to hero point that. I only got a 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, rules is written. That is a success.
Oh.
Even if I give you a little like a -1 penalty or something, the DC is actually only a 21.
Oh.
Whoa.
There you go.
If you had failed that, things would have gone very differently.
Oh no.
So give me just I'm going to make sure I'm reading this right.
I'll throw the goat in as like an extra thank you for the road.
Well, no, they expect the goat.
Yeah.
And they both kind of move into the goat. The goat just kind of turns and looks at you. Ah! And then one Drake kind of lashes out and instantly snaps the goat's neck.
I just kind of like rub Choco's feathers. See, I was initially going to use you for something like that.
Choco looks around by you and gives you like a peck on the forehead.
Ow!
Avi messages.
Damage.
You deserved that.
And you know what? Strictly speaking, that's it. You bribed and convinced the Drakes. You know, because it specifically says in the text, the Jungle Drakes don't really mind going somewhere that provides good hunting, as the proposed location does. But because you brought a goat, they also wanted the goat because they're not willing to pass on an easy meal.
That's fair.
If the heroes brought goats or some other food, the Drakes accept if a hero succeeds at a 21 diplomacy check.
Wow.
If the hero fails this check or has no food to offer, the Drakes pretend to parley long enough to get close and attack.
That's fine.
With a really bad deception check.
Oh.
The Drakes have a deception DC of 11.
Oof.
But you fed them, you gave them an alternate strategy. So you know what? You guys get to see the Drakes. They both tear this goat into some pieces. And then they fly just a little ways up here to the top of the waterfall. And you see one of the Drakes actually kind of unhinges their jaw and scoops up like a pair of eggs very gently into their mouth. And then they just sort of fly off. I'm assuming you guys describe the location where they should go.
Yes.
And Igora, take a note of that location because I really like, you know what, y'all, after interacting with dragons, I really like dragons. I might want to get me one someday.
Yeah.
You'd have to learn Draconic.
Huh.
All right. So, each of those jungle drakes was creature 6. So that could have been fun.
Hey, hypothetically, Matt, do you want to just
Yeah.
make a bite attack against me? I'm just curious.
Okay.
I'm just curious if they would, how much
What
damage.
their
Technically, they have
was.
fangs and stinger.
Yes, have a fang attack. I'm just curious.
32.
Oh, that would have crit.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
They have, let's see, plus 17 to each attack.
Ooh, that's that would have been a cool 33 damage, and that would have been a third of my hit points. Okay.
Oh god, they have a lot of abilities too. They have Draconic Frenzy, Jungle Drake Venom, Predatory Grab.
Yeah.
I think one of their strategies is they grab you, fly up to the top of the water fountain, and drop you.
Oh.
Glad that didn't happen to me.
Well, I'm happy that we did something else.
Yeah, and they can spit their venom at you, so they could just fly around spitting venom at you continually.
Delicious.
Lovely.
Terrible.
Oh, and a 10-foot burst. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'll have to remember to bring these back, something like this later. So yeah, you guys managed to accomplish the Trouble from the Skies one, the first of your challenging quests.
As we're heading back, I just like look to the group. It's like, okay, I feel like I've redeemed myself from that story night now.
So you guys return to Ibusu. She is incredibly pleased and gives you guys a keepsake that she has had for some time, a a bag of cats.
Cats?
Here you go, Avi.
It is a magic item,
Just give me
level
to
8.
Avi.
2 actions, interact, frequency once per day. Effect, you shake the bag to produce a single cat. You cast a 3rd level summon animal to produce a leopard.
Here you go, Avi.
And it has a second function. Activate 2 actions once per day. You pull the bag over your head and it covers you completely. You then exit the bag in the form of a large cat. You gain the effects of a 3rd level animal form, but you must use the cat battle form.
We could be twinsies.
Oh, Avi, go feral druid.
Go what? Go what?
Go feral druid.
Or give it to Aerith to be redundant.
Double cat.
Right.
Double cat.
Double cat. Oh, I mean, we can. It doesn't require attunement.
Catception.
So I think we could probably all try it out at some point.
If Avi uses it, then Agate gets a big mom cat and needs.
Oh.
Guys, anyone who wants, give me a quick Arcana check.
Yes, please.
It's not a bag of weasels, is it?
Oh.
No. Oh goodness. Oh, so
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Ophelia, you actually recently read about an item like this, and you know for a fact this is worth 500 gold pieces.
We're not selling the bag of cats.
We're not selling it.
No, I'm just saying
I-
get the magnanimousness of this gift.
I already knew. The second I heard bag of cats, I was like, oh, we could totally sell this for a lot of gold. And then I looked at everyone else's face. I was like, we're not selling this bag of cats.
Literally not allowed. Sorry, no.
And if you had killed any of the drakes, she would have just refused to speak to you other than reminding you that you weren't supposed to kill it. So she would have been very upset with you.
Honestly, she's a homie.
Yes,
It's
I
important
like
not
you
to
too.
randomly murder animals.
I mean, she was pretty eager to give up one of her goats, but I guess that
I feel
you
like
probably have an interesting relationship with goat mortality when you're a goat hoarder
Goats
in
are
the
livestock.
jungle.
Goats are livestock.
the needs of the many goats outweigh the needs of the one goat.
As a vegetarian in the group, I don't want to engage with this conversation. It makes me sad.
We'll make a small goat statue in place.
No goat left behind. But yeah, so you guys have accomplished the first of your challenging things. So give me a quick second here. Where's the list of things? Service to the city. Okay. So that leaves you guys with not a whole lot of the things left. You have 1 challenging, and then there's the 2 taxings. You have Fiery Debt, which is the remaining challenging one, or the 2 taxing ones, Carving Trouble or Finding Frog Legs.
Yeah, let's do the Fiery Debt first.
Fiery Debt.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's just do it in order.
All right. So about a week and a half passes. You guys start hearing that there might be some movement in your dormitory. Some of the staff has come by and started cleaning up one of the rooms, and you're wondering if you might be getting a new dorm mate.
Oh.
They don't seem to have any information if you ask them. They were ordered to make ready the rooms.
Well, yes, but what room are they readying?
One of the ones that no one's using currently.
Okay, so it's not Kiara's old room.
You know what?
Oh.
Give me a quick second. That is not how you do that.
It's a slash, not a dot.
Take
Yeah.
Kiara's room.
Nope, it's not Kiara's room. Kiara's room was 51 plus.
Oh, wow.
I could have just rolled a D2, I suppose.
Well, you also rolled a D50, so there would be nothing over 51.
Yeah, I'm not thinking.
So I guess there was just no chance that
Oh,
it was
still.
Kiara's room.
Yeah, there you go. I rigged it. But yeah. Though, as you guys go to breakfast wondering about this, you do hear there's a bit of a buzz in the cafeteria.
No. Weapons out.
Yeah. No, not that kind of buzz.
Okay. Listen, with the amount of bug problems we had at this school, I was worried.
Well, here's the thing. It's still actually about a problem that's occurring on campus. Someone apparently has been lighting nighttime fires across the campus. The fires take place at unoccupied parts of the campus and appear to be nothing more than strangely coincidental accidents so far. And so far, the fires have been easily discovered and extinguished before they cause any damage. But the rumor mill has been set a spinning. Some people are saying, maybe someone is trying some weird experiments that just are continuing failing. Or some people are pointing out, we had, gremlin attacks and bug things. Who's to say this isn't an arsonist or something?
Can we go to the last? Can we go to one of the sites, the last site, maybe?
Well, before you guys even manage to get out of the cafeteria, a note comes to you that teacher Janatimo wants you guys to look into the matter, and he asks you to come see him at his office.
All right. Off we go.
All right. As you guys arrive, you are met by block text. Greetings, conversants. I suspect you have heard about the fires around campus. I'm glad that no one has been hurt yet, but I feel that someone's lighting those fires to draw our attention to something. Whoever or whatever the fire starter is, they don't understand that fire is like magic. You don't ever fully control it. And the more you think you have it wholly contained, the more likely it is to hurt you or someone else. I'd like you to find whoever's responsible and stop them before they end up learning this lesson the hard way or causing serious damage. I'll need your help to investigate and track them down. And he is willing to answer any questions you guys might have.
What an interesting block text.
If we're talking about arson, perhaps the Ray emotes might be more fitting.
I mean, there we go.
Do you know where the last place that the supposed arsonist hit last night? Maybe we should also think of different places around the campus that also might be empty.
What he can tell is you that it has just been utterly random so far. None of the spots seem to have any connection, and they are all just someone lit a stack of papers or something and put it next to a building. So it's just scorch marks on the side of a building, and it's nothing really. Though, don't take the paper thing seriously. It's all just sort of around the place, and there's really not much to the incident sites, so to speak. So not much. They've already gone over them themselves. So sadly, there's nothing really to be gleaned from examining the scenes of the crime.
Well, is there anything? I mean, if we take all of the locations of the fires together, could we triangulate maybe a middle ground where the person might be located?
We have already attempted to ascertain that. We even called in some people from some of the divination clubs, and no pattern was seemingly discovered. We get the impression this might be someone simply attempting to send a message, because considering the number of these small fires lit, we know they have access to the grounds and they have the means to set fires. If they actually wished to cause damage or hurt someone, they could have done it, probably. But they have made themselves more of a nuisance than anything else. A alarming, concerning nuisance that could escalate, but still, for the moment, only a nuisance.
But if
Do you
there's
think
nothing
that-
to be ascertained at the crime scenes, and if there's no pattern, then what else is there to investigate?
Well,
Do you think-
there are 3 fires we haven't looked at yet, some of the most recent ones. And he hands you guys a piece of paper. There's a lecture hall that hasn't been in use this semester. a dormitory that's currently empty, and a regularly used alchemical laboratory.
Should we do a night watch? Do you think some of us should just stay up and watch what happens? Like stake out? Is there a place that's maybe high enough so we can see potential fires happening around the campus?
You could certainly ask around, asking around to see if anyone knows anything about these specific sites.
Should we go to those sites first, though, before we do?
Yeah, just give them a quick once over. Also, Avi, would this be your first time staying up all night?
What?
Avi's a bat.
I'm naturally nocturnal. Like by nature, I am nocturnal. So you know that. I've said that.
Anyway.
Also, you've had sleepovers before. Clearly, you don't know how sleepovers work.
The
Not
last
his
time
fault. He doesn't know
the
how
last
sleepovers
time I was
work.
at a sleepover,
Like
the
he's
host
in a
got chopped
cult.
in two on an altar.
That's not how sleepovers work.
Isn't that how sleepovers work? I thought if someone wasn't getting human sacrificed, it wasn't a good party. Anyway.
Oh.
Usually my sleepovers include chips and a bit of salsa.
Oh, you have good sleepovers.
The only thing we sacrifice is chips and salsa.
That is a beautiful sacrifice.
So, would you guys like to go examine these three latest sites of the fires?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys find some burn marks just in the places you were sent to go. They are on the exterior walls and not a whole lot of damage, really. The burn marks seem to have left like jagged lines in the surfaces they were burned. Feel free, if anyone wants, you can give me a society check.
Yeah, we live in the
Oh,
society.
I can do that. Oh, well, there you go. You're one above
Okay.
Ophelia.
So
Naviati.
Oh,
there isn't actually a thing for this, but I'm going to let you know anyway. Those are at least 3 critical successes on this particular check.
God damn.
And you guys realize something about this. Looking at these kind of jagged lines that the fires have left, you realize this doesn't look supernatural. Like in terms of fire, you've seen burns, on things before. This seems almost a little more controlled. At least it started with before it maybe seemed to get out of control. And you realize the jagged lines are actually forming letters. There is a message here. But it only seems to be one word. And you guys are just looking at one site. This one seems to spell out pay.
pay.
So you said that there were 3 sites.
There are 3 sites.
You will pay. Do you think that? Do you think that will be it?
Maybe.
Let's go.
Let's
So-
go.
All right, you guys head to. You didn't specify. So let's say that the ones left are the dormitory and the
That's right.
laboratory. Which one do you want to head to first?
Dormitory.
We should probably do the dormitory first. The laboratory sounds a little bit scary if we were to approach anybody there.
The dormitory. Give me another society check.
We live in a society.
We live in a society.
All right. That is at least 2 more successes, another crit success because the DC is actually only 15. This one
nice.
seems to spell out your.
$10 says debt is the 3rd word.
You want to head to the laboratory and find out?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Here we go. Okay, guys, we gotta get ready.
Can
If
we
anything
perceive
happens.
things while we're in the laboratory? Where is this?
Well, remember, all these fires have been set on the outside of buildings, just against walls.
Okay.
Okay.
Nothing was broken into. Someone has just been wandering around, setting random fires on the exteriors of random buildings. But do you guys want to hit up the third location?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, give me another society check.
Woo!
Woof. Woof.
Ophelia and Avi.
So one more success and two more crit successes. This last one is deaths.
Ah.
Who is this to?
Pay your debts.
The school itself?
To the school?
Yeah, I guess we can always go ask the teacher. Put us in charge.
You also find a crudely drawn fox. No. No.
How dare it put up its middle finger at me?
Ah, the antique.
I think we should go tell the professor.
I think we should go to Janatimo about this, especially if it is something to do with, someone at the school, like an admin or something.
Yeah.
Oh, just on the note, as you guys have realized, these are what appear to have been alchemical fires set.
Chemical fires. Okay, interesting.
Yes.
All right, we go tell Genetimo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go let him know. Ask if he knows anyone the schools owes money to.
Okay, give me a second here.
I wonder if I have to go beat up our debtors. That'd be fun. But yeah. On a side note, y'all, I'm thinking about getting you all some gifts. Would you like things that are useful or things that that suit your personalities?
So, you guys go and find Genetimo. What exactly do you tell him?
We were looking at the sites and we found some words in the ashes, and it said pay your debts, and we were kind of thinking that maybe it was addressed to someone at the school specifically, or maybe the school itself, because if it were addressed to a specific student, I feel like they would just send that student a message. But if it's all over the campus, then maybe it's someone higher up in the Magambia?
Just walk me through this. You say you found a message written in the fire? Like, was it magically written?
You said, Matt, that it was kind of scratched into the ground where things had been burned.
Well, it was yes.
Alchemical fire.
Alchemically.
Do you know any details of what kind of alchemical mixture it was, perhaps?
Not off the top of my head. Alchemy isn't my strong suit. Can I make a check to maybe see if I knew?
I'm going to assume you guys could leave, go and check, and come back. So yes, if anyone wants, they can make a crafting check.
That's all on you. Good job.
Yes. Okay. Avi. That is a success. You reveal, after a little bit of consulting and kind of thinking back to your lessons on some alchemy stuff, that this is a highly refined alchemical gel that reacts only at high temperatures. Sadly, it wasn't a critical success, but unless anyone else wants to try crafting.
I'm going to get a 5.
Aaron, you think someone has discovered a new type of flammable soap.
Not 0.
I mean, to be fair, that's what I thought. Like, someone just kind of went all over the wall of the building.
That I can get a 0 on, and I was curious if I would get a 0.
I thought it was going to be something cute, like someone couldn't control their sneezes, and then fire would come out at their sneezes. And I'm like, oh, how cute! Someone's trying to learn their magic, or trying to get used to their magic.
You guys return and tell Genetimo this, and he's interesting. It's strange that someone would go to such lengths using such a refined reagent for such petty nuisance and such a strange way to deliver a message. I personally do not know off the top of my head of any debts that might be owed to anything, though. You may want to go check at the bursar's office in Warden House. They are much more embedded in our financial matters and things like that.
Oh no, we must deal with the most evil thing in all of Galarian. Accountants.
Are there... As far as catching this person is concerned, there's probably not that many people who know how to handle a reagent such as this, right?
I'm afraid I don't know on the top of my head, but that would be a logical assumption. It is not a common thing.
Maybe they want.
Narrows the list, I hope. But yeah, we can go talk to the accountants. Maybe.
I would suggest talking to the accounts, though I would also possibly go check. Someone who might know about this is Zoken, who runs the shop. He deals with a lot of different reagents and substances. He may at least know who might sell those sort of things. So that's 2 potential leads for you to check out.
Gotcha. Okay.
We did help Zokan too, so.
That's true.
Well, I wish you luck. You have turned up some results quite quickly.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. So where would you guys like to go first? To the bursar's office or to Zoken at the student supply store?
I think Zoken?
Yeah, let's go to Zoken first.
All right. Hey, good morning, everyone. What can I do for you today? And no, you cannot have your stipend early.
We were wondering if maybe you knew if anyone was buying lots of alchemical reagents?
Can you be a bit more specific?
You know the fires around school?
Yeah, I've heard about those. Though, to be fair, there's often a lot of strange things occurring around the magic school.
So they were using alchemical reagents to make like a gel that they were able to write words out with and then set the gel on fire.
Ah, okay. So I know about this stuff. I personally do not stock it at the school because it's a little tricky to use, especially for students who are learning. If you're looking for that kind of gel, and he kind of reaches under the counter and pulls out this book that's almost as thick as he is, slapped it down on the counter, and it looks like it's sort of like a oversized kind of Rolodex. He's going through his records of different suppliers and everything. He's like, this is a guy. There's a man by the name. Actually, hold on. No, this is just a business name. Firepots Forge, just outside of town.
Firepots Forge.
Firepots Forge. I do a little bit of word of warning. I remember hearing about this fella. Bit of a crank. Even on best days, unwelcome to visitors. So may not be super willing to answer questions if you just wander up. So just be mind he's a bit of a prickly pear.
Are we able to call and make an appointment?
I don't believe so. I don't know if there's any lines of communication. I think he's a bit antisocial.
If he has any soft spots, like say if we sent a cute animal with a note, would he
I'm
be
afraid
receptive to
I've
that?
never met the man.
Maybe I'll ask around.
I believe full name is Firepot Ubanu.
Alrighty.
Interesting.
Good to know.
Good to know.
Do y'all
Thank you.
want...
That's sadly, I think that's everything I know. I don't do business with them. I just heard about him in passing.
We just send this person a whole bunch of cute animals with like ransom notes.
Ransom notes?
I just wanted to know if he was like chill with the Magambia students or not, because that can be kind of hit or miss with
I mean,
shop
if
owners.
your theory is possibly correct, he may not be super chill because he's setting fires around campus, maybe.
Oh, you think it might be him and he's not
I
just a
mean,
supplier?
he's the only supplier I know of. And
Well, theoretically,
seems-
anyone could buy it from them, no?
yeah, but as mentioned, this stuff is kind of difficult to make. If people just wanted to light fires, that's like, saying, oh, I want to, paint some expletives on the walls. Let's go find the people who make magic light reflective paint.
Yeah,
We
that's
better go
off.
ask if we owe any money to this guy.
Well, if you're worried about debts or anything, again, I didn't purchase anything from them. Talk to the people at the warden house. All the money goes through them eventually.
To the
Yeah,
accountant?
that's our next stop. But thank you for helping.
My pleasure. Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to head to the bursar's office?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You guys find it is thrumming with people working on various elements of bookkeeping. Someone does come to help you, a clever and talkative halfling who introduces himself as Okosh, female halfling. They have 4 levels in bookkeeping.
They must be an expert in library lore.
And oh yes, hello. What can I do for you today?
We are investigating the fires that are popping up around the school. We have reason to believe.
That is wonderful here. As you can imagine, and gestures to all the scrolls and books around here, we often have a lot of concerns about fire.
We have reason to believe that, well, it is related to a debt that the school may have to someone.
A debt? Oh,
Yes.
hold on. Kind of seems to be lost in thought for a moment. One moment. And they kind of go around a corner and pull a stool out, hop onto it, and pull a little clipboard down off a shelf. They look at it, pull up the sheets. Oh yes, this stood out in my mind. This was a little unusual. So about a couple weeks ago, a cranky old human man dropped by. He was ranting about needing payment for some chemicals he sold to students of the Magambia. I especially remember because he smelled quite strongly of sulfur. He didn't give his name. He was in quite a bit of a state. But he did rattle off a bunch of names. He said that were the students that had cheated him. And here's the thing. I looked it up later, and we've actually never had students with these names.
Okay. All right, I think I see what's
so
going on.
They might have given him fake names.
It might be a situation of people saying, "Hey, we're from the Magambia. Open up a line of credit," and then buggering off. It might be connected to the Gripply mob.
Yeah. He was very very specific about his complaint, saying that they had sourced from him expensive and complex acids that he had lost a lot of time and money on, and he was very insulting and blaming the Magambia because he took these students at their word, and he felt that the Magambia's reputation was good enough that he could trust them, and look what that happened. So
how much do we owe him?
I'd be upset too.
Yes, he actually never actually mentioned the exact amount he was owed, but just from the state of his complaints, it seemed like it was a lot.
Yeah, probably a few hundred gold pieces.
No, I believe me, I deal with these sort of things sometimes, and I think it might have been a few thousand.
That I can't just pay, unfortunately.
Yes, I also sort of remember on his way out, I think I heard him muttering under his breath that he would make the school pay one way or another.
Well,
I guess we know where we're
but
going next.
you hear a lot of threats in the accounting business, and most of the time they don't have the courage to go through with it.
Well, we think he might be going through with it. So,
Well, I guess we'll go beat him up. Thank you for the info.
Oh, no. Maybe we talk to him. I mean, it sounds like he was pretty grievously wronged.
Oh. I guess we'll go beat up the people who grievously wronged him. Better?
Yeah.
There we go.
Let's hear the story from him.
Yeah, let's get some descriptions, and we can chase him down.
Here's the thing. Are we going as Magambia students?
Yeah, I think
so.
I don't see why we wouldn't. Like, we're actually students. We can go be like, hey, here's the situation. Listen, so even though, like, the Magambia is not the one who bought the stuff from you, we'll look into it. Just stop burning our school, please, and then we'll look into it.
I mean, it might have been students from the Magambia. We don't know.
They just said
we should just go in casual wear.
They just said that they cross-referenced the names.
they could have given fake names, Igora.
I know, but like everyone in Lagambia that we've met is like a good person. Like I don't think we've run into any evil students here, minus Kiara, and like
everyone who wants to, please feel free to give me a just a general intelligence check.
Oh.
Is that an intelligence?
Wow, that was surprisingly good.
Actually, this would be good enough. Igora, something about this reminds you of something, and you guys suddenly remember those sneaky people who had been impersonating students in the one building.
Ah, we can take their corpses.
Well, no, their corpses are probably long gone at this point. But you just remembering, oh yeah, some people have already been impersonating Magambia students.
Hey, Avi. Remember that bag of alchemical items we found that we turned into a bomb?
Well, we can give that back to him as a show of goodwill and hope that he doesn't use it on us. It is a pretty good bomb. I made it myself. Don't tell him that.
Maybe in terms of us not getting hurt and he uses it on us, maybe we should not.
I look at Ophelia and I say, we have Ophelia tell him that the imposters made the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it. Listen, I was with Ophelia in that creepy guy's store. Amazing liar.
Oh, I don't.
That's sort of a backhanded compliment.
Like, I honestly, it would surprise me if we even knew her real name right now. Like, she was amazing.
Hey.
Let's not go jumping to conclusions here.
Yeah, frog, stop jumping.
It's literally what I do.
We have never seen you jump.
And you've never seen me lie. Ha! So, let's get out of here.
I've decidedly seen you lie.
Let's just tell him what's going on and be honest with him, except for the thing about making the bomb that we should lie about, I think.
You guys want to do some gathering of information to maybe find out where to go? You have like description outside of town, but that's pretty big.
Yes, where to go, and also maybe like, does he have like a emotional weakness that we can
exploit?
That we can we get around the cranky?
Okay, so actually, yeah, or Igora, you get the diplomacy check to gather information. And in gathering your information, you do also get some additional information. Because you guys are kind of asking about, the fires and stuff. You find out that by asking around that a middle-aged human man wearing patchy leathers and reeking of sulfur loitered around a lot of the areas where fires were lit. On campus, there is a couple senior faculty members who kind of stop and talk to you guys. They remember Ubanu as a hot-tempered applicant who, despite several tries, never earned admission to the school. A few people from Nutambu proper who were visiting also managed to fill you guys in. They know Firepot as a curmudgeonly alchemist and weaponsmith who runs Firepot's forge outside of town, and they give you more directions.
Oh, I hope we can make a good relationship with him. I need some special things made.
Yeah, Firepot Ubano's forge, and apparently it's not like a little hole in the wall. It's an actual almost like a whole workshop where multiple people could potentially work. Is found in a cliffside cave on the outskirts of Nontambu. He is known to craft weapons and sell highly specialized alchemical reagents for breaking down and destroying hard materials like stone and metal.
That's cool.
Yeah. People do mention a weird little quirk that he does apparently seem more at home with fiery creatures than normal people.
Take a one quick glance around at all of us. None of us are fire spirits.
I could light myself on fire.
Also, it is mentioned to a few people who have actually gone to see him, that they never actually ended up dealing with him. Apparently, he employs a pair of pugnacious minotaurs as guards,
Oh.
and they act as middlemen for him. He seems very antisocial.
Yeah, okay, let's go talk to him.
But should we go? I vote for not going as Magambia students because
If we're going,
I don't know. It's just there's something about Magambia students that this guy just does not like because of his admissions. So I vote for going casual.
If we're going to solve the Magambia's debt problem, wouldn't it be best to show as representatives of the school?
If we show up as Magambian students at first, he might not even let us in or want to talk to us.
Mm-hmm.
And if he attacks us, we kill our debtor and the problem is solved.
I don't think we need to kill an upstanding citizen who is just trying to run his business.
Arsonist.
Why do you want to kill everything, Igora?
I don't want to kill everything. I'm just saying if they attack us, we'll defend ourselves.
Yeah, but if we provoke... I think Aerith and Ophelia have a point. Maybe we go in plain clothes, but we don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
That way we don't get turned off. We don't get turned away on sight. But we're not being dishonest either.
Yeah, sure, we can do that. I will defer to the group. I gave my opinion. We will go with what the group wants.
I, for one, have fur, so I like to keep the fur on myself and not singed in any way if there's any attack.
Just out of curiosity, by the way, do any of you speak Jotun?
I do.
No? Oh.
Yes, I do.
I think as the pure wizard of the group, Aerith speaks a lot of languages.
Remember all my simple languages that I speak. Mm-hmm.
All right. So you guys, any other preparation you want to do, or you just want to head out to the shop?
Well, what time is it right now? Because I feel like...
It's a little afternoon at this point. You guys have been walking around a lot, talking to a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah. If we can,
Afternoon's not bad.
I hope we can have a good relationship with him, because I have a little bit of a custom job I want him to do for me then, if that's the case.
Would you all think it'll be easier to go like earlier in the morning? Is there a preference as to what he likes? Maybe nighttime? Well, we did say nighttime. He might be going around at nighttime.
Yeah, so maybe it's better to not let it go another night. We should just go now.
As teacher said, inevitably fires can get out of hand, and then people and even the person who started the fires could get hurt.
Mm-hmm. So the faster we deal with it, we should definitely do it.
Right. You guys are just going to head out?
Yep.
I think so.
All right. So you guys head out through the city. You reach the outskirts, and following the directions you were given, you make your way to the forge, and you encounter block text. Firepot's Forge is at the bottom of a riverside cliff. The gravelly path winds down the cliff until it fans out into a large open shore, which is spotted with a campfire and a few shoddily built huts. A variety of weapons and alchemical goods sit on display in front of the huts, and beyond is a wide-mouthed cave.
Hmm.
Yeah. The campfire in the middle of the huts has been recently quenched, smoke rising lazily from some burnt logs. Shelves of full vials and racks of weapons stand near the huts.
Can we knock?
Yeah.
You probably actually won't to, because as you guys approach, some figures come into view that have just been sort of milling about. Just let me get this. Appears to be a pair of minotaurs hanging around the fire, and everyone feel free to give me a perception check.
Just smile and wave, boys.
20.
Ooh.
All right, Ophelia, you happen to notice what appears to be a couple pairs of horns in what appears to be some not terribly tall kind of watchtowers. So, by your count, there's about 4 minotaurs here at the mouth of the cave.
Okay.
And so, just to clarify, you guys are coming not in any of your school regalia, none of your beads or anything. You're just in casual clothes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we can
Okay.
say that we're interested in something.
All right, yeah. So the Minotaurs, while they seem to be they've got a firm grip on their axes. Pretty sure they're got axes. Give me a quick second. Yeah, they have. Yeah, they seem to have a great axe, each. But they don't seem like they're not aggressively stance. Like they're not. Oh, get ready to fight. But they do seem, wary. They are what appear to be guards, so they are doing their job. So yeah, you guys approach. They turn to face you. All of them, the two ones on the ground, locks eyes on you, while the two ones on the raised kind of tower platforms are kind of slowly scanning the area. Hello.
Hello.
Well, uh, welcome to Firepot's Forge. What are you looking for today?
We're hoping to talk to Mr. Ubanu. I know he doesn't always like to talk to people, but
Are you looking for product?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, what are you looking for? We've got some weapons. We've got the stuff in the vials. There's labels. We don't know them.
I just lift up my hand wraps and I point at them. Metal version of these?
Oh, that's a little specific.
Yeah.
figured it might need to be custom because Igor's got like frog fingers, and a lot of people don't make the kind of brass knuckly sort of things for froggy fingers.
They actually exist. They're called knuckle dusters in PF2. They're in the Guns and Gears handbook.
One of the Minotaurs, he kind of like looks you guys over, and his eyes narrow a little bit, and he kind of leans over and whispers something in his friend's, one of his big, they have pretty big ears, I think, Minotaurs, and the other one kind of tilts his head a little bit. If you don't mind me saying, you say you're here for weapons?
Well, a weapon. Whack, whack.
Don't take this the wrong way, but none of you look like the fighting types.
Ah. Allow me to explain. I point to Gamma.
You brought a snack?
No, this is the fighting type. When I have a weapon in my hand, they get the power that's attached to that weapon. And like I do a punch and Gamma does a punch.
Oh, that sounds like some magic stuff. I don't know about that.
A magic knight who rides a chocobo. Well, terror bird. It's kind of my je ne sais quoi. Or I guess in this case, it would be je ne sais fra.
He looks you up and down a little bit, and then his gaze kind of slowly turns to the rest of you. And are the rest of you also magic knights? Or like you don't seem like you have like weapons much on you. Are you looking for like a first time weapon? Like I warn you.
Interesting if
Yes.
you're learning something about the alchemy things that he does here.
I am trained in magical skill, so I would also like to partake in alchemy. You know, if maybe someone teaches alchemy.
Maybe I could get a gun too.
You're looking for someone to teach alchemy? He looks a little skeptical. Sorry, McKenna, you cut out for me for a second there.
Oh, I just said maybe if he's willing, but we know that he doesn't usually talk to customers, so we thought maybe if we were able to look at some of his products and learn from the best, learn from the masters, right?
Yes.
As well, there's the rack here with the alchemical goods on display, and they're labeled. If you want to take a look.
Yeah. And then just once again, I think what I need is going to be more of a custom job, eh?
You guys take a moment to examine the alchemical goods and the like.
Yeah, I think Avi like genuinely is treating this as like a a research trip. Like she's like, I'm not gonna be able to lie to this person, so I am just genuinely going to tell him what I'm excited about getting out of this trip.
You guys are taking a look at the things. the one of the minotaurs kind of turns and is kind of looking over the weapons rack, seeing if there's maybe something. Maybe there is something for more of a punchy. One of them though, his eyes have stopped, like not stopped narrowing. He's kind of looking you guys up and sort of sizing your builds up and everything. And he suddenly kind of leans back a little bit. I'm sorry, a minute ago, did you say some of you wanted to learn alchemy?
Yes.
about
We're
it.
pathfinders.
Oh God, they're here to kill us all. No.
We are pathfinders, and I just like.
So, one could say, if you're looking to learn, you would be students.
No, we are pathfinders. We are adventurers.
We'd have to have a
It's more of a
teacher.
personal choice of myself.
All right, at this point, I'm going to ask people to give me a bit of a deception check.
Yes.
Right. If we're going for
I'm
a
using a
nice
hero point on that.
deception check.
Okay, you're going to use the hero point?
I don't think I'm going to be
Oh
able to pass
God,
this.
I
with
don't
a
think I'm
natural
able to
20.
pass this one.
Torment.
A 15 is
Watch.
as high as I'm going to get.
I'm gonna get a 3.
19. All right,
Okay.
well, let's kill some minotaurs.
No!
I'm murdering them.
We can't be that smart.
Unfortunately, the minotaurs are sort of on guard.
Yeah.
So they are going to raise their weapons and mostly just say, I think you should move along if you know what's good for you, students.
All right. Well,
And
thanks,
You know
guys.
your type.
wait,
Um,
I'm not
thanks,
attacking
guys.
them.
Hold on.
Alrighty. Let's see.
We're probably gonna die if we attack them.
I would like to use Melodious Spell to subtly weed spellcasting into a performance check against their all observers' perception DCs.
I
Because
don't think that can be used on initiative.
I would like to charm them.
Well, we'll see what the initiative order is. So everyone, please start.
Yeah. They want to fight us.
We'll just turn
time.
order different now?
No,
Oh,
it's
no,
just
that's-
you might be in the dark or light mode, and you might have roll 20 might have swapped you. Don't forget to click
There's
on your
2
characters.
there.
They're big boys.
Sorry, my screen is super small.
Yep, don't forget to click on your token.
Results to the roll to the turn right now. What is it? I did click it. How come it did it twice?
Well, we'll take the first one. So what was the amount on the first one?
It did.
Oh,
18.
oh.
Yeah, they're
Hold
going
on.
first.
That's weird. Yeah, you sure you were clicked on your character?
Yeah.
Well, I'll do it, and then we'll just take the 18. I'll just reset it for you.
It might just be roll 20 being a little bit slow for you.
Possibly,
you might
yes.
just need to reload.
Were you
So-
pressing the initiative button too? Yeah, you were. That's
Yeah. Oh, Aerith clicked
There we
perception,
go.
not initiative. That's why.
Oh, did I? I'm so sorry. I got like I pressed my little token and I'm like, yes, that's it, and then that's not it.
Hey, what are you doing? Yeah,
Okay. Who are we missing? Aaron.
Oh my gosh, I'm like clicking my token and it's not happening.
You have to click on your token and then click on the sheet.
I'll
That's what
take
I'm-
care of it. What was your first roll? 14? No, 26 actually.
Yeah, 26.
All right, I will just find your character sheet real
Because
quick.
usually it happens like I click my token and it works, but I don't know why it's
It
not.
might just be roll 20 being weird because you're on the edge of the map.
So yeah, it was 26 you said, right? Your first one? Not gonna
Yes,
rob-
my first one was 26.
Not going to rob you of a good roll. So that is, I think, everyone. Yeah, we got Igra, Avi, Ophelia, Aerith, and the 4. Okay, so then I will arrange these by descending. All right, so that's a decent split. 2 of the Minotaurs, 3 of you guys, 2 Minotaurs. Okay. All right. Now, just
That's fitting.
all right. So we are going to start with this Minotaur here. I'm going to put some colored dots on them so I can easily distinguish them for you guys. This will be red. This will be blue.
You're seriously just gonna attack us for being students? That's stupid.
Yeah, the scenario assumes that you guys are attacked. So sorry.
Boo.
No, that's stupid of them, not of the AP. Stupid of
All right. So First one, the red one, is going to use Hunted Fear.
Oh, great.
Minotaur stomps and clomps as it hunts its prey, inspiring terror. The Minotaur makes an intimidation check to demoralize all living creatures within 60 feet. So this is one action, but I still have to make the intimidation check. 27.
That's against what DC?
Your will, I believe.
Yeah,
Love you, but you cannot be on my
that'll do.
Success.
Is anyone not intimidated?
I don't
That's
think
fine,
anyone
it's
has
only
a
frightened
17 to
one.
will.
They don't get a +4 bonus because we're not in a maze.
Well, gee.
Minotaurs. All right. So anyone fails is going to be frightened for 1 round.
Yep.
And you also get -2 to survival checks to find your way out of a maze.
Fun.
All right. And according to this, I guess, it doesn't say on a success, just each target is temporarily immune for 1 minute. So it only works once, I guess, within a minute.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me just a quick second. I'm going to just read something real quick.
You haven't been in combat in a while, you guys.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, you guys have been avoided combat for a lot of things, and you've just had a string of interesting adventures. Okay, so that guy did his Hunted Fear. His friends are immune. So he is just going to run up with his 1 action remaining, or 2 actions remaining, to the closest thing, which is Choco, I guess.
Yep.
And he's going to just lay in with a normal Great Axe attack. Oh, he doesn't actually need to do that. He has reach.
Yeah.
Oh, he rolled pretty crummy, though.
Yep,
15.
they did. Let me see if that actually hits Choco. That will not get Choco, I don't think.
All right, well, that was that Minotaur. Next up is the one in the green tower, who is going to have to do. What is there?
I was gonna say, are they all coming down now?
You know what I'm really looking forward to, y'all? When we kick their asses and we get to loot that entire shelf of alchemical items.
There is actually quite a list of fun stuff you can find in the huts and everything around here too.
Yeah, we can just like
if you survive. How many feet was that though?
Slaughter them and loot them.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, so that actually unfortunately takes 2 movements to get there, so he's only going to get 1 Great Axe at Choco.
Yeah, come on, kids.
Crit.
Cool. That will hit for 22 damage.
22 slashing. Is that he's still up?
That's not right. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Avi and Aerith, you'll be up next.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna do something stupid. I'm gonna move right here. Wave, hello! And cast lightning bolt. Oh, let me see. Can I hit all 4 of them from here?
Yep.
Not. Ooh, I think I
Yeah,
am slightly
you
in the
are.
blue one square. If I hit it this way, I can hit all 4 of them.
Yep.
Sadly,
with
they do not have AoE.
a cheeky little lightning bolt.
Ooh, that's some good damage. That's hold
The
on.
reflex DC is. Oh, I
Why
guess it
isn't
is
that-
17, huh? It shouldn't be. Why?
It's not
What?
17.
Hold
Let me
on.
look at what the... Roll 20 needs to get their shit together. Yeah, so for some reason, it has brought your spell attack down to train. They updated everything. You should be an expert by now, yes?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So it brought everything... So spellcast, everyone, check your
So it
sheets.
should be 19?
Yeah.
Everyone check your sheets.
Okay.
Because they
All right.
changed the...
We'll
Roll
start
20
with-
updated.
We'll start with green. This is a reflex.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Second
that's-
one, red. No,
That
that's a
one
failure. Blue one fails, and you got the one up in the... Well, now, question, is it a line, or how does this work?
It is a line.
120 foot line.
120 feet.
Because he has a slightly higher elevation, but I guess you can angle it up.
Yeah.
Especially from Avi's vantage point on
Yeah,
like
okay.
12 inches above the ground.
That's fine.
Mhm.
That's fine. All right, so the first one succeeds, but 3 failures.
Yup.
All
I'm
right,
about to get my
so-
shit rocked. But it's okay.
All right, so the
'cause that
first
was
one's
a lot of damage.
so narrow that down to 42 for the half. So that's going to be 21 for the green one because he passed. Oh, you're gonna make me do math. It's 21. Okay, so okay, then red is going to take the full 43. I have to do more math.
Good roll on damage.
Oh,
That
just
was-
shy of shy of a specific trigger.
I don't like it when you say things like that, Matthew.
We just have to murder them before they run away. It's fine.
Or not?
Or not. We literally don't have to murder them. They're just doing their job.
They attacked first. Their lives are now forfeit.
By what authority is that? Anyway, Aerith, you're up next. And Ophelia,
boy.
you'll be up next.
Okay.
Not even an expert.
Da-da-da-da-da. One or two creatures.
It's concerning where the person who plays the barbarian the most is concerned about other people's bloodlust.
Okay, so
Matt, didn't you saw a dragon's head off recently? It was already dead.
It had it coming.
Oof.
Also, it was a necromantic dragon. It was very evil. So what are you up to, Aaron?
So it looks like I'm gonna use electric arc. It can only hit two
Yeah, which
Two
ones do you want to
enemies.
target?
green and red.
That makes
It's
sense.
30 feet. I am able to reach it from behind. Igura?
And what is your spell DC for this? And plus, you probably have to roll damage.
Right.
Let me just make sure quickly.
Forgive me. I have not done this in a while.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
Also, it's not. It got reset, so let me just fix
Okay.
it quickly. Roll20 updated, and when Roll20 updates, for some reason, it just absolutely messes with It absolutely messes with the spell section of the character sheet. It doesn't mess with any
I
other
see.
section, just the spells.
Oh, it does. It sometimes messes with the skill section as well.
Oh, well. This is why we're going to Foundry when we do Campaign 2 for League.
Oh.
Is everything okay? Is
Yep.
everything good? Yeah? Okay.
Oh, wait,
Press that button.
Wait, no, not everything's good. I'm an
Oh.
idiot.
Okay, hold on. I'll wait. I'll
Yeah,
wait.
wizards don't get expert spellcaster till level 7
Oh.
or level 6.
Almost there.
They're late bloomers,
Yeah.
opposed to druids who are early bloomers.
Oh, yeah. All right, continue.
Okay, what was the question again?
Press the button for how much damage and what your DC is.
The spell.
Ah.
Just press electric arc, the title.
Right, yeah, I was just like, wait, what's all this new information that you told me?
Okay,
Sorry,
so
that's my bad. I'm an idiot.
oh, it's a good reflex DC. Somehow better than Avi's.
That's
I think there's still something weird with my DC, but
Very possibly. All right, so green is going to roll a reflex.
also that should be rolling. That should be.
oh,
showing
it's not
18.
adding my key ability. That's what's wrong with my fucking. Sorry.
Fail, and red fail. Though neither of them are crit fails, so they're each going to take 9 electricity.
So Matt, I am sorry that 22 saving throw earlier was a failure.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
okay. Then I will take off another. Hold on, what's the other guys? They're all. I'll just put in. They all got the same damage, so
Sorry about that.
that's okay. So 9 damage to green. Okay, so is that going to be?
Roll 20, everyone.
And same for this fellow. They're looking. Those two are looking pretty decently hurt already. They're already looking nervous. Ophelia, you're up.
I'm like avoiding using fire for some reason.
We're gonna get some bard song up.
Hell yeah.
Today's gonna be to the tune of Running Up That Hill. And then I am going to Okay. So there's
Make them
this
see
catnip. There's a
Vecna.
catnip that I have. It's called Dirge of Doom.
Ooh.
Did you say a catnip?
Catnip.
Is never called cantrips anything else.
It just says foes within the area are frightened 1. They can't reduce their frightened value below 1 while they remain in the area. It lasts a round.
Ooh.
So does that mean that they can roll against it, or does that just mean
It might have a basic will save attached to it. If you can put the spell into chat, I can figure it out.
Dirge of Doom, you say?
Dirge of Doom?
Dirge of Doom.
Dorja Dorm.
Bringing the spell up. No, actually, no. Cast verbal area 30-foot emanation, duration 1 round. Foes within the area are frightened 1.
There you go. Even better.
It is a 3rd level cantrip, so they can't reduce their frightened value below 1 while they remain in the area.
Oh, it's a bard.
It does only last for 1 round.
It doesn't say anything about like they're immune or anything, so I could just like use it over and over again because it's a catnip.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, they're just, as long as they remain within that 30-foot emanation, they are frightened. And they don't get to reduce it as long as they stay within 30, but you'd have to keep casting it to keep doing that.
And then I am going to cast Catchy Tune, and that I'm going to attempt a performance check against the will DCs of all of them.
Which are lowered by 1 because of frightened. Good combo.
Okay. Because frightened does reduce will by 1, right?
Yeah.
It reduces everything by 1, I think.
Yeah.
Including like AC.
Now we'll have to keep an eye on that because I don't have the lovely, for creatures, I don't have the lovely little thing where I can just turn them to frightened. But we will keep an eye on that. So we'll just do will saves for everyone. Green is, where's will?
Well, it's the will DC, so it's 20.
Okay. So green succeeds. Red does not. Blue does. Orange does not. So that's mixed bag.
All right. Succeeds. The target takes 5-foot penalty status for 1 round. And yeah.
Okay. Oh, did I go? Oh, I went on to the next Minotaur. All right. So the orange one. 5, 10. Oh, he's gonna have to use 2 movements anyway. He's gonna move to here. Use his reach to strike at Igara.
At Gamma, you mean?
Yeah, sorry. Great axe. 21.
Misses.
Okay.
Does do anything to that?
-1 to
Blue.
20.
Blue is going to, actually, how much health does blue have? Blue still has 26. Blue is going to move up and also strike at Igara. But he is going to get 2 attacks because he only had to step. 14, nope. Second one. 16, nope. Yeah, these Minotaurs maybe are not actually the most frightening things. Then we go to Igara.
Okay, well...
Should be noted, the green one and the red one are looking kind of shaky.
They've been trying to lethally kill us, yes?
I mean, they've been trying to attack you. They haven't stepped on your throats while you...
They haven't been pulling their punches, though, to make their attacks non-lethal, yes?
No, but they did ask you to leave.
Choco gets 2 actions. Blue gets a beak to their neck. 19 to hit.
19 to hit. Where is their AC? That bounces off their tough hide.
All right, then, and a talon. 19
bounces off their tough hide.
It's fine enough. And then Gamma's going to go. Gamma's going to step to there, and Gamma's going to give Blue a happy little belly bump. 26.
27.
27?
26 because I'm
Oh,
frightened.
hold on.
With the fear.
Yeah, I'm 26 because your bard song is canceling out my frighten.
Oh. Oh, yeah, because a couple of you took frightened.
Yeah. But also
Okay.
the bard song is... they're frightened one, so their AC is 1 lower.
So would those 19s technically have been 20?
Yeah.
Yes, technically by the standard, those 19s would have been 20.
Okay, then that actually would hit then. Thank you for reminding me.
So 4, 5, 6.
But it was 4 and 3. And which ones were those 2 attacks on?
Oh, it's been
The
all
first
on
2?
blue. It's all on blue.
Okay, so that's going to be a total of 7, and then another 8. So that is 15, I think.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep.
All right.
Blue is halfway there.
Okay. Is that your whole turn?
That's all 3 of my actions.
All right. Let me just double check something real quick.
Gama had to step.
Okay. So we start with Red. Red is going to look at the situation that's happening, and he's going to throw down his axe and run off and yell something in Jotun.
Uh-oh.
Can I translate that?
Yeah, you understand. No one else understands because no one else speaks Jotun. It says, "Tell the alchemist I quit."
Oh!
So
We got them on the run, guys.
He leaves.
And then we move on to Green, who also throws down his axe and yells out that he quits.
Wow.
Avi Avi.
I so badly want to do like an intimidate check, but I know that's not in my bag. Also, my frightened condition goes away, so that's nice.
Yep.
Oh well, if they're running.
And Blue looks very hurt.
Oh, okay. I don't wanna
Go
kill
after
them.
orange.
Yeah, I think I will send a telekinetic projectile Orange's way. 22 to hit.
22 definitely hits.
I'll do 17 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, that takes out a significant chunk of his remaining health.
And with my final action, I probably rather ineffectively just shake my tiny hand and go, "Get out of here!"
Yeah, their confidence has kind of crumbled.
Just tiny
Aerith.
little bat.
Aerith, you're up.
Oh man, do I even want to do anything? Because we're not killing them, correct?
I think it would be good to let them run, personally.
They tried to kill us.
Yeah.
I don't think they deserve to die for doing their jobs.
I agree.
They tried to
Right.
kill us.
They've failed.
Will, if suspicious people approached a bank and the security guards shot at them, would you say that those security guards deserve to die?
I mean, if they shot at regular civilians who were just trying to walk into a bank, yes.
Yeah, no.
You don't know what you've been told about the Megambia students.
Yeah, I think.
Or what
these
they've
guys
been
are
told.
Just trying to do a job.
I'm not trying to negotiate for anyone not to die or anything. I shouldn't be doing this. You don't hear my voice. I'm a non-entity. But Aerith, yeah, what do you want to do? You can if you want, just do nothing, or you could try an intimidation, you could try knowledge, you could try diplomacy.
Able to do something.
Well, because I'm able to speak. I'm able to speak their language.
Or if you have any.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm able to speak their language, so I could probably do a diplomacy check if possible. Oh, my diplomacy is crap though.
I would give you a small bonus if you try diplomacy in their own language.
Yeah, I'll try.
You know what? Yeah, that's pretty good. They do seem a little shocked to see this little, probably fairly well dressed cat folk speaking the gravelly tongue of the Jotun. It seems to have had some effect. That's just one action if you want to do anything else.
Honestly, I'm just gonna do nothing else.
And then I kill them.
And then I kill them.
Then Ophelia snaps her
scorching
fingers and their heads explode. Ophelia, you're up.
Mwahaha.
So it's okay
all
for
right.
Ophelia to murder them, but Igor can't. I see how.
I'm not
is.
actually condoning anything. I'm just
I
making
see
it.
how it is.
Blood for the blood frog. Oh boy.
Blood for the blood frog.
I actually want to do that now. I want to make like a red, like poison arrow frog Ripley. I think that would look cool. That'd be a cool image.
Yeah.
All right. I would like to use my feet to use a performance check as an intimidation.
Nice.
Go ahead.
Get out of here. Leave.
Ooh.
Oh, that is a crit success.
Ooh.
Their will DC is only 20. Now, admittedly, do you have a thing that allows you? Do you have the feat that allows you to intimidate multiple people at once?
Probably not.
Because that's actually a feat.
Let's look at that.
Yeah, group intimidate. Yeah, it's actually group coercion. I don't think you can actually intimidate multiple people at once, which is dumb.
No, you can. It's group coercion is the thing. Coercion's the.
Well,
bad
that's coercion, though. That's not intimidation.
Yeah, no, but that's just the name of the feed.
Yeah, I feel like coercion could apply to intimidation.
No, but I think I look like coercion is a different mechanic.
I don't.
I'll check later, but I think I was rather disappointed when I was reading this for Garl. But yeah, you intimidate the crap out of one of these minotaurs. Do you have a specific one you'd like to target?
Which one has the highest?
The one who's hurt the most.
They're actually
Okay.
both pretty hurt.
I would say probably the orange one.
All right, he looks very intimidated.
And then I would like to intimidate the other one.
Oh, you know what? I'm wrong. It is
Yeah.
intimidation.
It is.
What is it? What?
It is.
Never mind.
intimidation. Don't worry about it.
I don't know where I got that idea. So yeah, but you don't have that feat. But yeah, you intimidate the crap out of Orange. What else you want to
Get
do?
out of here. And then I shake my fist at him.
You can
Ooh,
shake your fist at the other one.
that's the cherry on top.
Blue.
All right. Can I do another one or no?
Yeah,
Okay.
especially if it's against a different target. I don't think there's any map or anything.
Mhm.
There's no.
I'm gonna do a performance to the other one.
That's another
God
success.
Steve.
Not a crit success, but a success. So yeah, both of them are intimidated. One very much so. You have one action remaining. You want to do a little jig or something?
Do a little intimidating jig.
Do that, like aggressive hands on your hips, one foot in front of the other, step towards.
Aggressive time steps.
Exactly.
One circular sensation.
I love it.
Every little
And with that amazing display of dramatic flourish, yeah, both of the remaining minotaurs drop their axes and leg it into the water.
Let it be known that I let them live this day.
Okay, so
a
you're not a
generous god.
Let it be known I let them live this day.
They had it coming. They had it coming.
I could have
All right.
killed one of them, but I didn't.
So, just because we're running along, we'll skip ahead a little bit to this. So, you guys find a lot of useful equipment near the front, though very obviously the stuff in the racks is like, this is merchant's goods.
We need to rob him.
They attacked
want-
us first.
If you want, you guys, you can search the nearby huts as well, though.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'll take a look.
Were those
Okay.
their huts?
It seems so.
They attacked us. This is
And there is nothing mentioned in here that this stuff is not for grabs. It specifically does not tell you what's in the racks and the weapons racks for the merchant's goods. You cannot steal them; they do not exist. But in the huts and stuff, you find quite a bit of stuff. You find the valuable items in the huts include 3 stone fist elixirs,
Very nice.
2 moderate juggernaut mutagens,
Oh, those are scary.
a low-grade cold iron dog slicer.
Good.
If you want to give a present to a goblin,
That's a goblin.
and 3 +1 scimitars.
Ooh.
That's a lot of gold right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can
Um,
you put this in loot, Matt?
sure.
Party loot right here.
Party loot.
Party loot, party loot, ooh,
Add
party,
it.
party loot.
Party loot, doo doo, party loot. Yeah, you guys have a lot at this point, don't you?
Yeah.
Save changes. There, down at the bottom now. We can
I think
reorganize
the
that a little
pressure
later.
of these headphones are giving me a headache. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
we're about to finish, so.
yeah.
The mouth of the cave is obscured by the long shadow cast down from stones high overhead on the cliff's edge. It beckons you forward into the forge. And that is where we're going to end things for this evening, because this is not anywhere near done.
Oh boy.
So everyone, thank you so
There's
much.
at least three rooms to go.
I'm very excited to see where we meet our new friend.
Thank you so much for coming to tonight's episode of the Strength of Thousands AP. Join us next week as we will proceed to have more blood for the blood frog.
Oh no, that's going to be a thing now. New emote.
That could be a new emote. We still have a couple open slots, so if we want to do that, we could.
Making one for someone.
That would be cute.
Yeah, we have a couple. We have like 2 open slots, and then we have the higher tier slots as well that we need to fill. So thank you all so much for coming to tonight's episode. Don't forget to check out our other shows like The Strength of Thousands on Mondays. That's what you just watched. The League of Amazing Adventures on Wednesday, and The Calling Chronicle on Friday. Thank you so much for coming, and we'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.